I absolutely didn't change his battery yet. Excuse me. Heidi ho. I'm Tamara. This is Tamara's Paper Trail. Gerald is telling us it is 7 o'clock on Check It Out Tuesday. Give me Heidi ho and let me know who is hanging out with me tonight. Tonight, hello, Melanie. We might be a little bit more gong showy than usual. It's okay. It's okay. Hi, Nancy. We'll see. We're on this journey together, or this roller coaster. Who knows, right? This could be the best show ever. It could be. Don't know. Because I don't know what we're doing very much. Hi, Marcella. Hi, Tracy. Dan is in the house. Hello, Teresa. What else have we got? We got a few eyes. We got a few eyes on me. There's Hope. Hi, Hope. Hello. I know, right, Melanie? I've said it before. I'll say it again. I could have planned for today. I wanted to plan for today. I didn't plan for today. I was texting my mother 4 minutes ago and said, I got to go, Mom. I have a live in 4 minutes and I should probably pee before it starts. So, yeah. Hi, Joy. Thanks for popping in. Today was an amazing day, you guys. I got so much done. Hi, Mary. You probably saw my post this morning on my personal page that Craig went back to work today. So I just broke a nail. Awesomeness. So I'm going to file my nail while I chat. So that was great. I love my husband dearly. He is like 1 in a million, and I wouldn't trade him in for anything. I don't know where my nail file went. Seriously. My nail file. Where'd it go? But I got so much done. I've been waiting for this day for like 2 years, almost to the minute. 2 years. Hi, Jen. I don't know where my nail file is. I guess I'm not doing my nails. So yeah, today he went back to the office and he was up 6:15 in the shower. He was out the door. He was at work at 7:30. I got so much done. I want to say I missed him, but I didn't miss him. I got so much done. Now, okay, after 2 or 3 days, maybe I'd be, oh, well, I'm tired of this. But, oh my God, like I made the bed for about the 5th time in 2 years. Honestly. I got paperwork done. So normally I don't do my paperwork up at my office, like my grown-up paperwork. This is my play paperwork down here. I didn't get to do my desk paperwork. I usually do it on the weekends because he works right kind of behind me, and it's distracting for both of us. You know, and if he's not busy, like just a little, when you're used to being alone, right? And people yawning or even just going to get another cup of coffee or whatever. It's usually like in the old days, 2 years ago, it was me and the dog and the cat, but I never saw the cat. Anyway, I got so much done today. And then I get a message at 4 o'clock saying, yeah, I'm working from home again for the next 2 weeks. No, you guys. When he texted me, I was happily popping bubble wrap because I cannot pop bubble wrap when he's home because it drives him crazy. So I was popping bubble wrap and he texts me saying, no, I'm working from home for the 2 weeks because there's a whole bunch of people off with COVID here. And his bosses don't mind. They're like, come back when you're ready. Because, hi, Wendy. Hi, Trina. Because he is on grocery duty for his parents for the next 2 months. He can't be around, a lot of infected people for the chance of passing it on to his parents, right? It would kill them. So I had my one day. He's back home tomorrow. Anyway, it was a great day while it lasted. I got so much done, none of which I had planned to do a few things that didn't happen, but I got a lot of things that I didn't plan done. So then I was texting, I was at an appointment and Princess Jennifer was messaging me going, oh yeah, tonight we were going to do, originally her and I discussed, we were going to do the card that Sarah Douglas did for her son and daughter-in-law for their wedding. And I thought, hi, Donna. I thought we could certainly go that route. We had discussed doing that, but I promised y'all I'd work with the Hedgehogs. Not going to lie, you guys. This afternoon, I was this close to saying, you know what? My boss said I could take the day off because I thought, I don't feel like doing the Hedgehog. I don't know how I feel about the Hedgehog. And then went, you know what? That is the perfect reason to get ink on that bad boy and suffer through the discomfort that we all feel when we buy a bundle or a stamp set and we get it and we go, oh, why did I buy this? I don't think I like it. Jennifer, we'll do it next week. How about that? Okay. But you know how to make that card. So I don't understand why you want me to, just because it's really nice. Because you know how now. I thought it was all because you wanted for me to do the hard work, but you did all the hard work and you gave me the measurements. So I can do that next week. Anyway, I think you guys are gonna watch me struggle through making a card, maybe, with the Happy Hedgehog bundle. We'll see. I'm not promising that we'll actually end up with a completed card because we only have 55 minutes and I'm used to going through this by myself, and it's an odd adventure when you've got people watching you, looking over your shoulder. Normally I'll try things and I'll put them aside, and then I'll try that and I won't, and I'll throw it to the side. And you know, I'm not used to people watching me go through that process with no idea in my head where I'm going. So, hi Christine, just finishing up your 10 cards from last night. You know what? And I didn't finish them off. I tweaked my ribbon a little bit on all of these, but that's how late I am today. I haven't finished my envelopes yet on that, so that has to be done too. But okay, now Donna, funny you should say that. What card is that? What card is what? Oh, Mary. So Sarah Douglas had posted a card on her personal page, or on her page. There was a wedding card that she made. So you'll see it when we do it. Hi, Debbie. Howdy ho. Donna, so use the turtle layout. Now, yes, so funny you should say that, Donna, is I thought, okay, what do I tell you guys to do when you're kind of struggling with a layout or with a stamp set? Start with something you know that you love. So I thought I would, I just grabbed quickly, like literally a minute ago, some cards that I love. So this is the layout we did like 2 weeks ago, right? Based on Debbie's card. This is a swap that I recently did, and I kind of like this layout. This one's super quick and easy, so I thought, well, I could just do the hedgehog, and so I've grabbed a few things that might work. And then I also still have these laying on my desk from last week, complete with dimensional backing. So I thought, hey, I could slap a hedgehog on that and make it into something. And this one intrigues me. I might do it in different colors. I might not. I might just do a purple hedgehog and put him on here. So I've got a few sort of kind of ideas, but not really. So we'll see what happens tonight. You're in it with me, ladies and gentlemen. It's just us chickens. So all I managed to do was grab my Stamparatus and 3 of my brown ink pads. So we're going to see what comes of this. I don't know. We'll see. Now, what I did think when I pulled out the stamp set, I thought, okay, I'm not going to lie. I mean, I love hedgehogs. They're one of my favorite little critters. I've got one upstairs. Like hedgehogs, I don't collect them, but I love them. I had a hedgehog. I spotted a hedgehog when I lived in Germany a few times, and I just fell in love with him. He was just curled up in a little ball, and I just loved him. And so I've kind of loved hedgehogs ever since. Sadly, they smell. Otherwise, I would own one. But I look at this, and he's creepy. I think he's creepy because of his legs. Now, I'm thinking if I put him in some grass or something, he's cute, but his legs are creepy. Yes, they are hedgehog legs. They're scrawny and they're thin. I don't love him because of his legs. Now, this little guy is cute as all get out. So we can play with him. Now, the weird thing is, though, is the hedgehog punch works with him, not with him. So I might just have to cut off his legs. I don't know, which is kind of sad, right? Hi, Carmen. Then I needed to look past these little guys. So let's take a little look at the rest of this. This is a cute set. I love me some mushrooms. And I used this mushroom on the inside of my mushroom card that I did a while back, which I don't know where it's over there in my good layout card. I used him on the it's a male mushroom. I used it on the inside and on the envelope. But this tree, that's such a cute tree for spring. We could do something with that. We had a hedgehog hotel at your B&B. Oh, hedgehog hotel. So like you had a whole bunch of hedgehogs? Tell me more, Janet. I knew we were friends for a reason. We were brought together from our love of hedgehogs. I know, I love hedgehogs. I had a mole when I was in Germany too. I didn't like him. My ex-husband kept trying to get me to kill him and I couldn't do it. Anyway, I digress. This is a cute set with the bird, the butterfly. That's a nice spring tree. Little mushroom. It's so nice of you to be so nice. Okay, and finding a friend is the best discovery of all. Yes, it could be a cherry blossom tree. I don't know what kind of tree it is, but isn't that springy? So there are a lot of options. So we're just going to have a little play. Now, what I thought when I first originally saw this guy, I thought what would be fabulous with that stamp is the mirror image technique. Now, every time I go to do it, oh, I'm not sure how many came. Oh, Janet, so you fed the hedgehogs. Well, I could try that if there was one in the neighborhood. Get them to come back. I've done this once or twice, and I always forget how every time I go to do it. So let's see if I remember how to do this. Mirror image technique. So what this is all about is you're going to stamp a hedgehog this way, and you're also going to stamp the hedgehog this way. And so there's a technique for that, and I forget how to do it every time, but it'll come to me. I need my silicone mat. Oh, how am I supposed to tape without my silicone? Where is my silicone mat? Oh, now the game begins. Where? Oh, where? Well, this could... There it is. Okay, I was like, this could be a short show without the silicone mat. Silicone. Okay, let's clean it off a little bit here. Let's get serious here now, ladies. All right, now clean off my silicone mat. Have you bought one of our silicone mats? It is a must-have in your toolkit. Have I convinced you of that yet? If for nothing else, for taping purposes. Okay, now it's wet, so I'm going to have to dry it off with my sweater. Yeah, we're going to do that. Now, the silicone mat, it doesn't, generally you use them for, with your hot glue, because it's going to, it doesn't stick to the silicone, right? So you can use hot glue. If you put it under the tip of your hot glue dispenser, it's not going to burn your table or whatever you're working on. It's also good with any of our adhesives. It's not going to stick to your table. It will stick to this. You rub it off, like it doesn't stick permanently. It's also great for this mirror image technique, if I can remember how to. So I just have to figure out my spacing here. So I'm going to put down, I don't even know what my mission is here. I'm going to use, I've got my grid mat underneath it. So we sell this grid mat for our Stamparatus, which is another must-have tool. And because this is a photopolymer stamp, you need this pad. Otherwise, it's not going to stamp. You need the thick cushioning of that pad under your Stamparatus. So, just see. Okay. I'm trying to think of which way I do it this way, and then I turn it over. I don't remember how to do this, so I don't know. You can watch. I might get this all wrong. I'm not sure. But I'm going to stamp him. Okay, I'm going to pick him up. I'm only just placing this paper here for now to position approximately where I might want Mr. Hedgehog to be ultimately. So somebody remind me, I'm 1 square over to the left. When I completely forget, I'm at 1.5 down. Donna, take note. 1.5 down. Jennifer, take note. You can be my secretary. I didn't figure out the belly band. Oh, all right, Jennifer. I'll do that next week for you, honey. 1.5 inches down and 1 square over is where I'm placing my white paper. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to ink up Mr. Hedgehog. I'm going to use right now espresso. Why not? Ink him up in espresso. And I'm going to close the door. So let's try to make this straight. Okay. So I'm going to close the door and I'm going to stamp on my silicone mat. And I want a nice dark image, so I'm going to do it again. Now, the reason we're doing it on the silicone mat is because we want this ink to pool, like to stay on the silicone mat. It's not sinking into it like it would in paper. And this is why we were doing this. So you can see that's a very good clean image. Look at that. Well done, Tamara. Hey, Wendy, is this new to you? 4 over. 3 rows down. Oh, okay. Well, 1.5, yeah. Okay, so this was over here. So Now I'm going to take my paper now. This is going to be like magic. Okay, if you haven't seen this, Wendy, your mind is going to be blown. Okay, so it's going down to 1.5 and it's over 1 square. So I'm going to go like this, and now I'm going to attach my paper. Now try to wrap your head around what is happening here. So what I have just done is I've put a piece of paper over an image of wet ink. Now I can just go like this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to ink him up again. And I'm going to stamp him again. So I'm applying pressure onto the stamped image, and this white piece of paper is just like a piece of bread or a piece of meat between the two sandwiches, right? So I'm applying pressure on the stamped image on top of the stamped image. So watch what happens here. So there's my stamped image. Here's where the magic comes in. I lift this up. Ready? What? So now what's happening? I'm going to move this away because he still has ink on him. Now, this is not crystal clear. Look, he's a little blurry, and that's what's going to happen. He's going to be a little bit blurry, right? Because it was just stamped on a piece of silicone. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to ink this up. Haha, Wendy! Wendy's excited. Now look. That makes me happy. Now, he's just a little blurry. I wonder if I can try him again and get him a little bit cleaner. Let's try it again. See if I can get it a little bit less blurry. I don't know. I think it's pretty good. But let's try it just to see. I'm going to wipe him off. So, right now, you're good to go again. I'm going to turn it over because now that's wet. So I'm going to try it again. Okay. Ink him up. Close the door. You want a good, juicy image. Okay, we're going to go to 1.5 and then over 1. And actually, I'm not going to, so maybe it might have smudged because I went like this, okay? I'm not going to touch this one. I'm only going to apply the pressure from the stamp so that, you know, his little nose is going to push on his little nose and it's not going to spread that ink as much. I'm thinking, this is my theory. We'll see if he's any clearer. So before I had gone like this on the paper, don't do that. Lift it up. Yep. He's a little bit less blurry. Not as dark, but he's actually better. So now I'm going to do it again, 1.5 and over 1. And it's okay that there is now a stamped image on the back of the paper. Doesn't matter. Does it work the same for reflection in water? Sure. Yes. Now, maybe this is what tonight's going to turn into, is reflection technique. Oh, look what I did. Yeah, there was ink on the magnet from the last one. Oh, well. I'll trim it. So maybe we'll review a few reflection techniques for water. So anyway, there's the two sides. There are the two sides. I'm going to clean this off. So that's a whole lot of fun with this stamp. And what my vision was to stamp the sentiment between these two little fellers that says, finding a friend is the best discovery of all. Cute, right? Oh, Jennifer, I don't know. Thank you, Donna. Okay, so let me finish my thought and see what we can maybe do from here. Now this one's gonna have to be trimmed because I goobed it. It happens. So that's kind of cute. Can use that. I'm just thinking here. Originally I was going to do some vanilla, but as discussed last night, I'm out of vanilla cardstock. I've got more on order. It's coming. I'm thinking we could do something like this, and then I could put the finding a friend is the best discovery of all. Maybe I could put that in a heart, and it could just hang out above these guys or something. Right? So I'm just thinking if I got some woodland paper. I was originally looking at this paper. I just wasn't sure if they'd be too cartoony to work with this paper. They're a little far away from each other. Maybe if I... They're a little far away, aren't they? Anyway. Slimline card. Oh, maybe, Melanie. I was thinking about that earlier too, a slimline. Could, because they are so far apart, yes. Now, I'm trying to think. I don't know. They might be too cartoony. I don't know. So, let me see. We have all of these. I don't know if I want designer paper. I don't know. I'm just thinking browns, and I like a clean. Just see. You know, if they were just a little bit closer together, they would fit on this. Okay, you know what? So this is how it's going down. Let's see if I have one of these tags cut out. So I bring out my tickle trunk. Let's see if I have one of those scallopy things cut out. Oh, I do. I love being me. And we just bring them a little bit closer together. How? Oh, I took him off anyway. So, all right, well, let's do this again. So I'm going to put this in the same position. I'm going to put it down to 1.5 and over. I'm doing this again. Okay, we're making a card here. We might have to do the other reflection technique another day. Wood grain like your desktop. Well, we've got all of these, Jen. This entire pack. So yes, I do. I was thinking about that too. We have all these wood grains. Which we've had that paper for 2 years and I really have not used it to its capacity, to its whatever, to whatever the word is I'm looking for. Okay, so I'm going to try this again with these guys. I don't want it to, I want to make sure it's clean so that it doesn't actually mark my paper. So I'm going to put these guys kind of low. So that I can stamp the sentiment above them. Okay, so this is just to position him within the confines of my little square. Thanks, Rebecca. So I'm going to pick him up gently because I don't want any, I don't want him on the, okay, so I don't want him on the paper. Like if my pad was, if my stamp was dirty. All right, so y'all notice that I'm putting my stamp set under this plate. If you've watched before, you know why I do that. It's so that I'm not putting a lot of pressure on this. I always forget the word for this. I want to say seam. I don't want to hinge on the hinge. I don't want to put a lot of words are hard, you guys. Words are hard. Okay. So I'm going to move this now. Yes, I am, before I forget. And I'm going to stamp a little hedgehog right there. Get good pressure. Hinge. Thank you, Donna. God, what would I do without you guys? Reflection next Tuesday. I have my topic. Well, I just promised Princess Jennifer, though, that I would do the card, the wedding card. We'll see. Tonight, it's 7:25. I can show you quickly how that other reflection thing goes, maybe. Okay, so I'm going to go down to 1.5 and in 1. We're going to do it again. I want my magnets not so close together that they're going to shatter, like that they're going to draw to each other and shatter, but I want them close enough together that when I pick the stamp up, sometimes with photopolymer, it sticks to the paper and it moves everything, and I don't want everything to be moved. So ink him up, and I'm going to press just where he is so that the ink is transferring on the back, right, for that little dude, without smushing it around. So just where I stamped it. Oh, I should have done it on the other side, because this is the proper side. All right, that's fine. There he is there. If I can do this right, so that's... Huh. You know what? I want the image here. Okay, I'm doing this again. I want that image here. And I should have done it this side down. Anyway, just, I know what I'm doing. You don't, but I wanted the hedgehog on the other side, because this is the back of this die cut. So I'm going to do it again and hope I get a good transfer on the other one. Oh, they're so close together now. Look at that. Their little noses touch. That's cute. Okay, well, we'll see what we have time for, ladies. Let's see how tonight goes. And just put my finger in the ink. Okay, so that's cute on this side. Let's see if it's cute on the other side. Try not to get ink everywhere. Yes, so that worked out really well. So the reason I did that is because I didn't want this side up. This is the back side of the die cut. I wanted this side. So that's cute. Good clean image there. Not a bad image there. So, all right. It's coming together, sort of. Let's clean off our hedgehog and our plate, because it's now covered in brown ink. Okay, this is kind of fun when I sort of have an idea. But okay, now, you know what? This is what happens. Now I kind of want to get going on this set, because I had a few other ideas. I wanted to play with this as well. But anyway, we'll see how the night goes. All right, so how we got that. Now, what color? I might do this like in a poppy parade. Oh, I wonder if I could have the tree image behind. Okay, so this is true Tamara. It's like, well, let's try some stuff and pretend that people aren't watching. So I've done this trick with you guys before too. It's like, well, I wonder, would it look nice to have this tree behind them? Well, let's find out. I don't want to screw up all my stuff that I've done already. So I'm going to grab my tree and a bigger block than that. Grab my blocks. Did you guys see my post this morning about my spring jacket? Okay, I don't mean to go on about my weight so much, but oh my God, you guys, I got it done up. I have not done up that jacket in years, because I could. It's a jacket that has a two-way zipper, so you can zip it up, and then you can also zip it from the bottom up again. So you could just have it, like, can't even see what I'm doing here. So Let me just show you. Like you could just have your zipper zipped from here to here, right? Because it zips up this way as well. So in order for me to ever get that jacket done up so that my boobs were warm would be to hike the jacket up, zip it up and pull it down as, you know, zip up the jacket here. And so the jacket never closed. Like my hips were just too big for it. And I got it done up today. So that is, I'm happier about that non-scale victory than I was about the number on the scale yesterday. Honestly, I was just so tickled about that. All right, what color should I stamp my tree in? I'm thinking if I do this tree, I want to, you know what? Here's what we're going to do. We're going to do this tree maybe in a, what goes well with early espresso, like everything. I think we're going to green, maybe a pear pizzazz. Sure, and then we'll just color. So here's what I'm thinking. Now, you've seen me do this trick before. I grab these acetate things that are stamps come on, right? And I'm going to stamp this tree image just on the acetate. And then I'm just going to see how it's going to look without actually stamping it. So that's going to cover most of it if I put it there. But maybe if I go, oh, that would be cute, right? I could use it there. And then maybe in the other corner, like over here. Or maybe just there. So I think that's kind of cute. I think that's kind of cute. A darker green, Jennifer? Well, the thing is, I don't want the flowers to be like dark green because I want to color the flowers. So, or maybe I should do it in a, well, see, because I want, maybe I do it like in a gray. Evening evergreen. But then my flowers are evening evergreen. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'll wipe off the magnets too, Nikki, in a minute. I do agree it needs to be a little bit darker. And I was actually thinking Poppy Parade goes really nicely with this. So, but then my tree is going to be Poppy Parade. I know, I'm thinking Old Olive might work better. Mossy Meadow would be too dark. Let's just see. So, see, now you guys are here. You're invested now. Crumb cakes, says Carmen. Yeah. Okay, let's we'll try a few options here and see. It's too glary for you guys to see it, right? Or maybe I do this, move them over to the side a bit. Or maybe I just cut them out and I don't use this layer anymore because that's getting kind of cute. Look at that cute tree. Look, let's just pretend. Okay. Let's just shift gears here for a minute. Wait, if only I had a punch. If only I had a punch. What a doorknob I am. Does it fit this guy? Who does this fit? What the heck? Is this a thing? Okay, I've just smudged him, I think. It doesn't fit him. What am I doing? Okay, wait. That's not right. Let's get out my scrap. Let's see what's going on here. Let's see what this punch is all about. It doesn't punch him out. That's a fake out, man. It's a fake out. Oh, they totally faked me out. What is this all about? Oh. No. What? Maybe I should have done a little bit of research on this first. What the heck is with this punch, you guys? These two pieces can layer, but what is this for his, what is this all about? Why, what? Huh. Oh, I've stamped the wrong one. Okay, never mind. All right. right. It works with this guy. Right. Okay. That's why. I was like, what is happening? It punches out this guy. Alrighty then. And then you could do it. All right. Well, that's not good because we're not using him. So forget the punch. Yeah, it is, Carmen. Yeah. All right. So you're thinking no to me cutting these guys out and making them snuggle under the tree? Hold the phone. Okay. I don't want to use little buddies anymore. I have a new idea. Where did my tickle trunk go? Do I have another one of these? Try to see if I have another one cut. I do! Oh my god, I'm amazing. Okay, it's a little bent, but that's okay. La, la, la. Where's Mr. Tree? Let's bring in Mr. Tree. And this is how my desk ends up looking the way it does after a very short amount of time. See what I almost did there? I took out my foam mat to give a better image, and then I almost didn't use it. Wendy! Yes, F you. I think you're going to try to say fussy cut. But you inadvertently typed out a swear, Wendy. That's the way my brain works. Okay. Look what's happening here. Okay, I have to wipe this off because this is going to end up somewhere it shouldn't. It's going back in the drawer. This is why I save all these little pieces. All right. Because look what's going to happen here. I'm going to fussy cut him just for a minute because I'm not convinced that I think I might want him popped up. So here's what's going to happen. Look away, Jennifer, if this causes you distress. I know, Wendy. Oh, I do enjoy our time together, you guys. Can you believe our extravaganza is this Saturday? Holy cow. Tomorrow I finish cutting for that, prepping for that. But first I go over and hang out with my mom and dad. I'm going to go over for coffee with my mom tomorrow. She has an appointment, so it's not till like 10:15. I said, well, I can come. Oh, this is going to be stinking cute, stinking cute. I'm not sure about my colors, though. That's the thing. Look what's happening here. Okay, look. And then, where's Mr. Birdie? Where's the bird? Okay, I want the bird facing the other direction. I want the bird here, or do I want a butterfly? Look what's happening, you guys. Mr. Butterfly, maybe, is going to be hanging out in the tree, or the bird is going to be hanging out. Somebody's hanging out in the tree. And then I can do the sentiment, finding, okay, put that away. Where did my little, this one. Finding a friend is the best discovery of all. But I don't like it in this darker color. I think this is going to be cute, right? But that's too harsh. So, Old Olive. Crumb cake. I'm going to try stamping him. We'll get there. We'll get there. This is just the way it goes, you guys. None of these other ideas were bad. I just get, and Jennifer's not looking. La, 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 la. We just get a little sidetracked. She said, looking for a scrap of paper. If only I had some scrap. Okay, let's try this. I'm going to try him in crumb cake and see if he's dark enough. I know I'm going to lose that little stem. I'm not sure about this Old Olive. That might be what's throwing me off. I'm going to try to get in soft suede. I think soft suede might have it. Yeah, Nikki, you're right. I think. soft suede? It says soft suede. It looks very, no, okay, yeah, it is. It's not as dark as that. So here's the espresso soft suede. Still a little dark, but I'm gonna have a little play. So if I grab my blender pen, and one of my 19 blender pens, we went through this a few weeks ago. Oh, it's a nice new one. Because this is a water soluble ink, if I go like this, it's going to, see what's happening? The water, or the color is blending. Now I can't do this a lot because it's not watercolor paper, but it is pulling the color. Cute-alicious. Now, scribble that so it runs clear. Now, I'm thinking I might bring in, actually, my blend markers. And I'm going to grab my crumb cake lights. I go like this just to make sure that there's no alcohol is going to like drip right onto my project. So I'm going to color him in. This is probably going to bleed. So let's see what's going to happen. That's okay. All right, he's cute. And then I'm going to go in. So I stamped him in the soft suede. And I'm going in with my crumb cakes. Oh, I went over his toe. Oh, that's a little harsh. Shouldn't have done that. This is the dark crumb cake, but okay. Go over his tummy a little bit. I'm going to fussy cut him anyway, so it's just his eyeball is probably going to bleed here. Oh, that's not good. Nobody wants a bleeding eyeball. Am I right? Okay, so you can just leave a little bit white for a little bit of shading, or you can just go over spots more and more. Just kind of make them your own. That's kind of cute, right? Hi, Shayla. Hi, Brenda. That's kind of cute. I don't dislike that. How's that? I'm not sure about the color of that green tree. However, I don't want to stamp it again because I just used my last cutout of this. So it's going to have to be green now. So what you can do with this, the blender pen, let's see how this works to pull the color from the leaves. Okay, I'm going to lose this little stamp, honestly. So you could use your blender pen just to pull some of that green in, but I don't love that. I love my blends, and this could be a big mistake doing what I'm going to do because the leaves are not very big, so this could bleed way outside the line, but let's try it anyway. Oh, that's not going to go. This, I can tell this marker is getting old because you see how frayed and light the tip is? It's not going to give me a great result. So, lucky for me, I have 9 more. How lucky is that? That I'm a bit of a, well, this one's not much better, but anyway, we'll go with it. Okay, so I'm just going to try to add new, it's too frayed. I'm going to try the other end. Oh, look what happened. Oh, look, see what's happening? I am getting alcohol dripping everywhere. That is why I do what I do. To make sure that it's not globbing on my project. You got to be careful when you open these. And mine lay flat. It's not like they were face down. So anyway, now I have alcohol. That smells lovely. So I'm just going to see if there's even any color in this. It's, no, you know what? My old olives are not, oh, don't throw that away. I need the sticker that's on the end of it. Okay, where is my, guess I'll try this end on this one. Oh, same thing. It is dripping all over the place. Holy cow. It's not very dark. All right, well, I'm just going to add a bit of color to the leaves. Right down the center. Ah! It gloobed. I don't want it to bleed too far outside the line, so oh well. So I'm using my Old Olive Light. And then I think I'm going to go in. Yeah, this one's almost dead too. So I'm going to go in. What color should my little tree bark be? I'm kind of afraid. I'm afraid that it's going to get outside the line, but I have my crumb cake. Now, if I was smart, I would probably just grab my crumb cake marker, but I'm not. So we're just going to see what happens and complain about it afterwards. There's actually not a lot of tree here, so like that. Now, let's get some flowers. I think I need some pinks. And I think I'll be smart about this one. I think I'll go Blushing Bride and maybe some polished pink. Make them look like cherry blossoms, maybe? Okay, so I'm just using the markers for these because it's not gonna end well if I use the blends. It's gonna bleed all over the place. So I'm just gonna color some of these guys. Blushing Bride. Add the centers with some, I'll do the buds polished pink maybe. A little pop of color. Where's my little buddy here? Is he okay? Is he too dark? I think that's okay. It's not too bad, hey? Now, I'm going to want this on a tag or something. Let's stamp this before I lose it, for heaven's sakes. Let's see what I've got for pre-cut tags. Oh, where are my? I had dozens of them. I just don't know where I put them. Too big. I do love these tag dies, man, and they're in low inventory. They might be on back order or on unorderable right now. I'm not sure. This is our ticket punch, so it's similar to that. Might be too similar. I'm not sure I love it. So keep looking. Keep looking in my little tickle trunk. Oh, and there's lots of little flowers. Oh, cute. I've got, seriously, where is my basket? Did I might have packaged them all up. I did. Hang on. Squirrel. Stitched these ones. Now, where did I put them? Oh, okay. I've got a bazillion of these cut out. I just don't know where I put them. Obviously not in the stamp case. Hang on. Now I'm curious. It's not in my pile of die cuts. Where would I have put that? If I were me, I wonder where I would have put them for a safe place. I packaged them up. Don't know where I put them. They've been there for ever. Here they are. Look at these. If they weren't so bright, that would work really cute. Look how bright they are. Under my slipper. Donna, it never gets old, does it? Oh, look, here's some little guys, some little tiny ones. Could use all kinds of these, maybe. Maybe I should just focus on what I'm doing. Finish one thing first. I was going to stamp the sentiment. So, still looking. Might have to be a circle, you know, because I don't want it to fight with this, the scalloped edging on that. Now, does that fit? Oh, it does fit. And it's also stitched. So, maybe that would work. Still looking though. What time is it? 7:50? No, you guys. Okay, well. See, I kind of want the tag. I love these tags. I'm slightly addicted to them lately. Here's a nice one too. No, wrong shape. No. Isn't it fun watching me just look for stuff? I have more circles. This one's a little bit bigger. I like that one a little bit better. What do you think about a circle? Does that look weird? Starburst. Kind of looks like a sun. A little, I don't know. No, it doesn't fit. A little small. All right, still looking. Not convinced I found the best one yet. Nah. So what do you think? Should I go with the ticket? No. Circle, right? The hedgehog and the tree could be an Easter card. Oh, they could. They sure could. That's cute. Do we like the circle or do we want just a strip of paper? Or if this was in a color other than that. No, that doesn't work. How do we feel about the circle, ladies? Nothing? I think it's my best option. I think it's better than the ticket, or this one, right? The postage stamp. Yeah, I kind of like... Okay. All right, Donna. All right. I know it's 8 o'clock. Need to move on. Okay. Now I'm feeling that he's stamped and not popped up. I'm stamping him now that I've done all that coloring. So I think we were okay with the coloring of this guy. We're going to stamp him in soft suede, and then I'm going to color him with my blends. And I think we're going to have him looking up. Well, he's going to look... So we're going to color him. This is the dark, this is the light. Shake it off. All right, here we go. I'm going to try to avoid his eye just so it doesn't bleed any more than it has to. Something tells me this is going to be longer than 8 o'clock because we need to see how this finishes, right? You're not going to leave me now, are you? You're invested. Okay. So instead of going over his back with the dark crumb cake, I'm just going to go over it again with the light. And that will make it darker. And I should have something underneath this, but I don't. So I think that's good. Now, I do need to ground him. He needs some ground. He can't just be floating around freely. Too bad the scalloped rectangle wasn't a bit bigger. Could do a sentiment right on it. Yeah, but I kind of like... You know what? Maybe I just do a... like my own kind of banner like I usually do. Like over here. And just do it popped up with a flag end or something. I think that might work better. Let's stamp that sentiment to see what we can do there. I'll get there in the end. Just take me an hour. Use crystal on his eye and nose. You guys like that? I find that really creepy, Pat. Like, I don't know. I think it makes their eyes look weird. I'm not a fan of that. Okay, finding a friend is the best discovery of all. So it just fits. This is my 3/4 inch. Ooh, I could wink. Yeah, I could do some winking. Okay. Grab a... Hopefully this is dry and I'm not going to smudge it because we're running out of time. Okay. Oh, I think that'll work. Yeah. And then, but I want something behind this. No. Finish off my little dude. He needs some grass under his feet. Make sure that we don't... Oh, I do have grass. There's a little grass stamp. So we'll do that in the old olive. Oh, good idea, Tracy. Yeah. I need an accent behind. So I'm going to hide his little feet here a little bit with some grass. And under his bum. I shaded a little. I just don't know who's sitting in the tree. I guess it's got to be a bird. Because the butterfly, unless I have the butterfly on his nose or something. So you have to ground your critters. They can't just be floating in the air. It would help if your blend wasn't almost dry. Okay, now yeah, if that tree was a little bit lower, that would look a little bit better. But we need somebody in the tree or on his nose. Don't judge me. I'm just trying a few things here. I know there is going to be the perfect designer paper that would go here. Now let me just see what this bird is. A little butterfly. Yeah. Well, there is that butterfly. Hey, Barb. Brass butterfly. Oh. See, I could do the flipping technique and have the bird in the tree, but he's holding this flower. Yeah, I think it has to be the butterfly on this particular card. So let's stamp him and see what we can do with this butterfly. The butterfly, I think I'm going to stamp in the polished pink. I'm not sure. It sounds like my heater is overheating. Hang on. I'm just going to turn this off, even though I'm freezing. It's my computer that seems to be overheating. Oh, a few things here. Let's see if that helps. All right, I need to drink water. Holy cow, 7:59. What? Why are you beeping me? What, Wendy? You want just a brass butterfly on his nose? What's up? I'm here, Wendy. I'm listening. He is cute. Okay, I'm going to do this in pink. And then maybe it can sit on his nose or something. I don't know. Okay. If you ever do want to get my attention and I don't see your comments, you can private message me and my phone will kind of light up. And then I may or may not see that. Doesn't always work. But... Okay, let's just see if this butterfly can be jazzed up a bit here. Is that too pink? This is an old retired blend, Pink Pirouette. Yeah, but get my attention for what? What do you want my attention for? What's up, Wendy? What do you need to share? Is this butterfly too pink? You know I'm going to snip my finger off trying to cut out this little butterfly. So when you're fussy cutting, Jennifer, look away. You want to turn the paper. Don't turn the scissors, turn the paper. Makes it easier. I'll check out the comments in a minute. I don't want to lose a finger here. This is very small. This is perhaps not a card that I would want to mass produce. I use the blend, or I use the blending pen too much. She's a little bit frayed. But... Aw. Is she too pink? She's pretty pink, hey? What do you think? Brass butterfly comments. Yeah, I saw that. Okay, just checking. But I wanted a bigger one. A bigger one. So it stood out more. And she's more like, you know, I don't know. So, let's see. You could be right. I don't know. You may be right. I may be crazy. But he blends in too much. So I'm going to go with no on the brass one. Nice idea. Okay, I like the butterfly, but I don't like the color. What color should my butterfly be? Yellow? I was thinking blue. Yellow. Yellow butterfly. Oh, you know what? Maybe she should be brown and then yellow wings or something along those lines. I'm going to be here all night, and I'm not going to make apologies for it. I'm going to finish this darn card. Okay. I'm thinking brown butterfly. You like the pink one, Lynn? I'm going to see what it looks like in brown. And then color her wings like monarch color, like maybe orange and yellow. Hey, what do you think? Let's get out our... These are in the wrong spots. Mango Melody. Pumpkin Pie. How about Mango Melody? Daffodil Delight. Is that going to clash with my pink flowers? I don't know. I'm going to find out. Blue, says Wendy. Paige is watching. She loves the card, especially the cherry tree. Orange. Ooh, okay, let's just try the orange and see. Thanks, Paige. Okay, I'm going to try not to touch the brown because I don't want it to bleed. I'm just not sure that this works with the orange or the pink flowers. Spending an awful lot of time on a silly little butterfly. Okay, pretend he's cut out though. Like, you know, I like it, but it doesn't work with pink flowers, right? Maybe I change the pink flowers. Maybe they need to be Mango Melody flowers. What do you think? We'll make up our own color. And then we do some pumpkin pie dark for the buds. Petal pink. I like the pink butterfly. Well, now I screwed it up. You can dunk island butterflies in blue. Okay. I need... I'm just changing up the color of my tree. And then maybe that butterfly will work. So this is now Pumpkin Pie and Mango Melody on Little Miss Butterfly. I know I'm totally overthinking this card. Okay, that works a lot better. All right. Right. Ditch the pink and go with it. Yeah, why not? Let's just go with it, Tamara. Cut out this butterfly. I still need something behind it, a strip of something to tie it all together. I'll get there. It'll be 8:15 before we're done, but we're getting there. Thanks, Wendy. So cute. Look how cute that is. Okay, I like it. He gets popped up, or she gets popped up on a mini dimensional if I can find them. At some point I have to finish my children's Christmas books. Oh my gosh, I'm a little behind on that. Whatever. Okay, so this is going up on here. On her nose. So cute. Okay, somewhere I have a sentiment with a flag. Now, yeah, that's kind of cute. So it'll pop up so it's not quite as in the way. I could stamp it. Where's my sheet? Do we want this popped up on a flag, or do we want it on directly on the card? So here again is how we're going to know if this is going to look good or not. Because I don't want to screw it up now after an hour of working on this card, right? So you grab your silicone or your acetate. Okay, so I think it works. And then it's not as cluttered, right? If I can stamp it straight. Is that too close? What do you think? I think it works. If I were to do it again, yeah, I think I like that. Thoughts? Thanks, Nancy. I'm going to try it. Hopefully I get it straight. Okay, let's do this. I should do a foam underneath. I know I work close to I know I work near the bottom of your screen. It's just so that my head isn't hitting this. Okay, I'm going to just move this out of the camera a little. I'm going to get my thumb in it first. Let's see if I can get this straight. Yep. Okay, it's over a little more than I would like it. To do it again, I would scooch the tree over just a little bit, but it'll work, you guys, it'll work. Stick your finger in the ink a few more times. Rub them on your jeans to make sure they're clean. We're almost there. I just need to find something to tie it all together now. Okay, close the inks. Okay. I could just leave it like that, honestly. But you know me, I won't. Let me just have a little flip through and see. See, now I've changed my colors up. So now, instead of sitting here and flipping through all of my papers to see if I have anything, what I will often do is grab my catalog, flip to the designer series paper page, and look at my options there. So this is what I did the other night. It's like, well, Old Olive. Which papers have Old Olive in them? Or which pattern do I like? So I flip around, and I actually do know that there is a nice Old Olive. That's 2 it's too solid here, this one, but there is some old olive in the peach. Now this one might work. I had it out last night and it might be perfect, it might not. Let me just see. I could just do a little strip of green to tie it in, like just a titch strip of it. Oh, let's see if I have a smaller piece of it. Of course, it's all the wrong orientation. I want it up and down like this, but longer. No one will know if it's the wrong orientation. It's a small enough chunk. So let's do this. I'm gonna cut off. Oh, okay. I'm gonna cut off about an inch. Do an inch and a quarter. Let's do an inch and a half. You can always cut off more if it's too much. Okay, and this is how I can't find my desk. Mango Melody layer. Ooh, I like it. Yeah. I mean, maybe it doesn't even need anything. I don't know. Let's see. Sideways. Or if I chop this down and just up and down. I kind of like up and down more. It's more my style. So let's cut this at, let's say 4 3/4. And call it done. It doesn't have to be any busier than that, Tamara. What do you think? Oh my gosh, I made a card. I made a card! I made a card that I like. Okay, I need some tape. I need my silicone mat. I need a drink. Oh my god. Silicone mat is still on my stamp apparatus. All right. I knew it would be. Can't tape without it. Tape. Oh, you know what? You guys, I could have totally colored. This is the peach paper, and I did look at this originally. Look, the flowers are the same. Totally could have done that. And then I could have done, check this out. Okay, wait. I won't, but I could for next time. Here's the thought. If you use this paper behind, like that, wait, I've got glue on it. And then I've got all these little teeny tiny flowers. You could put those teeny tiny flowers instead of the buds. It would really tie it together. Oh my gosh, that would be... Okay, now I'm going to have to play with this set for... Not tonight. Do I need a layer? I feel like I need an... I don't... You know me. Stop. Never mind. Don't judge me. It's who I am. It's part of my charm. Layer. It just taped to my desk. Okay, layer. Like maybe not this layer, but... And then that. Is that too busy now? Probably, hey? I don't care. What do I care? I like texture. So this is my bark. Okay. I love that you guys love it. You validate me. You make me feel good about myself. Honestly, like I almost canceled tonight going, I don't want to play with that set. What am I going to do with a stupid hedgehog? Only because this guy is creepy with the legs. I don't know. I mean, come on. He's just creepy. I'm sorry. So cute. Okay, he needs dimensionals, and then we're maybe done. Maybe not. You know me. I might need to find some ribbon or some cake. Hi, dimensionals. Here's some. I've got them everywhere. Okay, hi, Pokey Tool. Where are you? Good thing I have 4 of those too. I'm not kidding when I say I probably have 4 of everything, right? The other 3 are probably right beside my hand. I don't know where they are. Okay. Champagne rhinestones, says Donna. For what? Where? You think it needs rhinestones? I'm putting him off to the left a little bit. Somebody's dinging me. No, it's not me. Okay, so then I grab my little tickle trunk of ribbons, and a lot of times they have pre-made bows in them, so that's why much. Maybe it's cute with a white bow. We'll see. I might, don't yell at me yet. Maybe I'm just trying some stuff out, you guys. So just relax. I just have to be convinced. Maybe it just needs 3 rhinestones. You know me, how I like my rhinestones. But first I have to try a bow. It's so cute. Super cute. This was actually a nice relaxing hour for me. Nah. Could put a bow tie on him. Or a bow in her hair. Okay, all right, rhinestones it is. I know. Hope's like, no! I want rhinestones! Or butterflies. Come on. Come on! I know nothing else is needed, but do you even know me? Look, here's some nice yellow rhinestones, you guys. Look at. Are you looking? Look at. We need some of these, don't we? I could put them on the flowers. I'm gonna put it. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe. No. All right, but I can't. Can I have it without any? No, I don't like twine either. But no rhinestones anywhere? That almost physically hurts me. You know how I like my jewels. But yeah, the orange might be a little intense anyway. I don't know. Let's just have a little play and then no. Because I can't really. No. I don't know. Maybe it's just the wrong color. Oh, then it just looked like the butterfly pooped. That's not okay. No, that's too much. All right. Uh-oh, Valerie! It's okay. It's okay. You can watch the replay. Okay, he's done. I'm winking the butterfly. All right. You got to give me something. Nikki, you guys, is this your first rodeo? You know me better than this. I got to wink something then. So butterfly is sparkly. I'm going to sparkle some flowers. Got to have a little bling. You guys are no fun. There. My flowers are sparkly. I'm happy. All right. You guys are troopers. Still fill out Lake's needs. I just want to put 3 rhinestones. I just get 3 little rhinestones. What if I did 3 in a row? 1. I try all the things and then I say, okay, you're right. No, it's too much. I know it's too much. Is it too much though? Is that too much? Debbie, you guys just want to go to bed. Okay, I've got my 3 rhinestones. I'm leaving them for now, and then I'll look at them tomorrow, and we'll see. Ta-da! Thanks for hanging out with me, you guys. Look at that, 8:19. Oh my gosh. So that is how Tamara creates. Tamara just grabs some stuff and has a good old play. One of the sentiments and the other 2 down on the embossed layer below that. One by the sentiment and the other 2 down on the embossed layer below the hedgehog. Oh, I could do that. Yeah. Oh, see, Tracy. See, Tracy gets me. I know, like I could do like 1 here and 1 here and then 1 up there is what she's saying. Yeah. I'm going to leave it like that for now because people want to go to bed. Is that the bar? It is the bark embossing folder. Oh, thanks, Barb. I like it. I like it with the 3. I'm going to leave them right there. I was thinking over here. I think it works. Okay, he's kind of super cute. Don't you think he's kind of cute? I didn't end up using the punch. I'm not sure about this punch, you guys. If you haven't bought the bundle, I'm not convinced you need the punch because he only punches out the creepy guy. I don't know. It is super cute though, right? Hey, all right. Thank you, you guys. That was nice. I'm glad I did not cancel tonight. I enjoyed myself, and here's the dog. Is that the dog or a child? Oh, it's a dog. I see a little fluffy nose. Give me your Coda. All right, thank you for hanging out with me. Tomorrow I'm going to send out a newsletter if I get a chance to do it at my dad's while he's sleeping. And don't forget, my BOGO is still ongoing. Demonstrator training, March 25th. I realize I haven't actually put that in a newsletter, so hence I'm doing a newsletter for that. So I'll be sending that out hopefully tomorrow. Extravaganza on Saturday. So I will see most of you guys on Saturday. Well, not most of you. I'm going to see 30 of you on Saturday, and I'll see the rest of you Monday for Mystery Card Monday. Yeah, I like him. Have yourself a great night, you guys. We'll see you next week.